All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all tuning in the Apartment 5B podcast hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad in effect with me today. I got my brother Jace over here. What's going on, fam?
Ain't nothing. Kill. What's going on, fellas?
Same thing, different day. I got my man JR who's pissed because he said he remember us, and obviously we don't remember him.
Yeah, you don't, but that's fine. But go ahead.
Nah, I do, bro. I do remember.
Yeah, he only used me for the R&B stuff, y'all, but it's good. It's business. That's what it is. All right.
This is going to be a good show.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not business. You be the dude who be like, I don't know, that's really hip-hop, so I don't want to, like, pull you, but you're right, man. That's my bad. That's my bad. Like Bleak said, blame the mind, not the heart, man. Like Bleak. I'm going to quote Memphis Bleak.
No, I'm blaming your heart. Forget it. But go ahead. Proceed. It's all good. I told you. I ain't been on a minute.
This is just the introduction.
That's right. That's right.
Good ass hour.
Yeah, you already know. Yep, he'll use me. He using me. That's all. He using me, but I got it. But go ahead.
First of all, that don't even sound right, bro. I'm not using.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It don't.
Because he got nothing but R&B on his list, so that's what he thought about me. That's what it was.
All right, cool.
Yep. Mumble just like mumble rap. That's right.
Damn.
All right. Nick, what's going on, fam? How you, man?
Ready to get started now.
All right, we got Vague broadcasting live out of Jersey with the new iPhone 10. What's going on, fam?
Oh. What up, man? I can't afford this thing. I might buy this shit.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yo, I got shout outs to my man DJ Iran. He hit me with this topic early on in the week. Couldn't make the show at the last minute. But tonight's show is going to be about albums, songs, or artists that we weren't feeling maybe when we first heard them, but we ended up liking them. Not that you had to hate it or anything like that, but you just weren't feeling it. But then throughout time or whatever, ended up, really digging it. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. This list was hard for me, especially for hip hop, because most hip hop, if I ain't like it, it probably never did anything to make me like it. So there's only one or two things on here. Most of my stuff is R&B, and I got a philosophy on that later. But JR, my man, 50 grand, Brooklyn's finest. Why don't you set it off for us tonight, bro? What is one of your joints you wasn't feeling in the beginning, but after time you ended up digging?
It's gonna be bugged out because the anniversary is the day. And I wasn't feeling 36 Chambers at first.
Okay.
I wasn't, because my dad got Midnight Marauders and he was playing that like crazy. And then 12 Play came out the same day, so we was playing that too. Yeah. So my mom actually liked 36 Chambers because she was like, yo, she loved the samples he was using. But then when she played it, it just didn't get me. And then finally when I got like 15, 16, I was like, yo, this album is the shit. What the hell was I missing? And like, it's a top 10 hip hop album for me. So that was one for me.
Yo, quick question. Yeah. How old were you when this shit came out?
Get a new joke, Kill. Get a new joke. Because you're trying this again. Like, how many people have known that I'm the young kid here? Like, how many times you gonna do that? You know, when you asked me this before when Midnight Marauders came out in the podcast, and it came out the same day. So why are you gonna ask me how old I am? You just don't remember me, huh? That's how bad I haven't been on, right? All right, I was 7 years old, kid.
I actually got something to add on. I actually got something to add on to what JR said, because I didn't get 36 Chambers until like February '94, because it didn't catch me right away either. So it took me like half a year.
Well, how old were you, Nick? How old were you?
So, I was 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was 14. I was like, Midnight Marauders was my shit. Like like when Can It Be came out as a single, I think that's when I was finally on board. I was like, I like this shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't no weed smoking either, so I didn't understand the Method Man joint. I was like, I don't know, this nigga talking about peanut butter and all. What the fuck is he talking about? I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
All right, let me bring this back, JR, bro. Yo, I'm not disrespecting you, dog. Is those shots? Is those like I honestly forgot. Y'all know I don't remember shit. That's all.
Yeah. I know you don't even remember what I look like because I haven't been on here for so long. So I get it. I get it. You're not gonna blame it on that. No, you're not gonna do that. Nope. You're not. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Next.
I was just saying, is no disrespect. I wasn't saying that you the youngest dude. I was just saying it's dope because you one of the young cats whose mothers and fathers influenced them about hip hop. That's all I was gonna say.
Nice cleanup. I respect it.
I can't win for losing. I can't win for losing.
Right.
Vegas, iPhone 10. Tell me which one of your joints was, man.
One of my joints is Common's Electric Circus.
Ooh,
now, this is crazy because I didn't like it at all when I first heard it. When it came out, I didn't like it at all. And maybe up until, maybe a year or two ago, a friend of mine was like, she liked it a lot when it came out. And she was trying to say how it was different and blah, blah, blah. But I felt coming off of Like Water for Chocolate, it just wasn't the right move. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't sound good to me. But she was saying, maybe he was a little bit ahead of his time with that type of album because of what came eventually. So I was like, well, let me go back and listen to it. And when I listened to it, and this is like maybe 2 years ago, it's actually better than I thought it was. It's just that we've had so much that's happened since then with guys like Drake coming out where he's singing and rapping, these different, how they kind of mix the genre a little bit like a dude like Chance the Rapper. So like all beats don't have to sound a certain way for it to be a dope hip hop record and stuff like that. So when I heard it, with 2015 airs or whatever, I was like, damn, this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. It was just that at the time, for Common, it just wasn't something we were used to, you know what I'm saying? And we weren't used to it with anybody in hip hop because of everything that was going on around that time. I forget what year that was it came out. Might have been like 2002 or 3 or something like that. Yeah. So, Eminem, 50, all the diss records, like it was real hip hoppy around that time. So for him to come out with something that's like neo soul like and real soulful, it just seemed odd, you know what I'm saying, for Common coming off of Like Water for Chocolate. But like I said, when I revisited it years later, I was like, yo, it's not as bad as I thought. And I don't even mean that as, I thought it was trash and now it's okay. I mean, like, it's really good when you listen to it today, having heard all these other mishmashes between hip hop and jazz and all that, like what Kendrick is doing and all of that. So I was surprised that I liked it. Cause I mean, it's hard to sway me away from some opinion like that, where I'm like, I don't like that shit at all. But yeah, man, Common's Electric Circus, man. I like that joint today.
All right, that's a good note because I still can't stand that shit. That shit never changed in my mind. Common could fucking be my landlord and give me a year's free rent. That shit, nowhere near my ass. Mike, what's going on, fam?
Son, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, fam?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Good to have you join us today, bro, man. Appreciate all the support too for the podcast too.
On it, my nigga. I'm on it.
All right, no doubt. Yo, Nick, which one of your joints, man? Which one of the joints you wasn't feeling, but you feeling now?
What up, Mike?
What up, son?
Yeah, everybody know like Volume 2, Volume 3, Dynasty. I wasn't a big fan of. Like Jay, he's talented, so talented. He's never gonna make a trash album, but those 3 albums just are kind of at the bottom. But Volume 3, I think, rhyme-wise, is one of Jay's best performances, like, throughout the entire album. I think that's one of his best albums, rhyme-wise. I'm still not that much of a fan of the production. That's like the synthy, away from the samples type junk. But I like that album more than I did when it came out in '99.
What you think swayed you to it?
Just kind of putting the production to the back and just listening to what he was saying, like the the rhyme schemes and you know how Jay do it.
Right.
So I could appreciate the rhymes. But you're still not a fan of most of the production on there, but I like it more than I did when it came out.
All right, no doubt. Mike, which one of your joints that you wasn't feeling in the beginning but swayed you somehow?
I gotta go with Tim Dog. On wax, yo.
On wax, right?
At first, I'm like, why is this nigga so mad? Like, why is he dissing NWA so hard?
Right.
You know, what's his problem? You know what I mean? I'm like, he's kind of whack too. When I'm heard it, you know what I mean? But I listened to it last year, and I'm like, this shit's tough. This shit goes really hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mike, hold on.
I might have to pull it back out and give it a spin.
Mike, your vocals are choppy. Is this vocals choppy for anybody else, or is just on my end?
Yeah, it's choppy.
It's choppy.
Your vocals are choppy. Is there any way, like, where you on, your iPad or phone or what?
I'm on a laptop.
Laptop? Maybe see if you could turn your volume down some. I'm wondering what would fix that.
For the record, I love that shit, penicillin on wax, because that shit was just ignorant.
Yeah, I love that shit. It was like, fuck, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get, I don't like them subliminal disses. Let's get straight to it. You don't get no more simple than fuck Compton. Like,
Same shit.
nah, it's still doing it. You know what? Try to log back in, log out, and log back in.
All right.
Yeah, just log out and log back in. I'm gonna eject you, and then I'm gonna send you another joint for another link.
All right. Got you, sir.
Yeah, man, I love that shit when it first dropped, and then Ultramagnetic was behind it too. So I was all good with that. You know what? I'm gonna listen to Electric Circus, man, because Vegas.
You don't like it, man. You don't like it, man.
If you don't like it,
I mean, because I've tried so many times. I probably haven't broke it out in probably 4 years, because that's during the time when Common was my man. I was like, yo, I want to like this album so bad, but yo, that Death video just did it for me, man. It was just like, I can't get past it. And then he pulled up that old car and that old sweater. He looked like somebody homeless.
Got the sweater hats and shit.
Yeah.
I think too, in retrospect, when you listen to that versus Universal Mind Control, that is
I never heard that Universal Mind Control. I just heard
that's the trash.
You're gonna like Electric Circus if you hear Universal Mind Control. Trust me.
I never even bothered to hear that, because just from that first single, I was like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. Yeah. I swear, man, we gotta come up with a better way to do these podcasts. Or something.
I have one for you.
What's that?
I was talking to the engineer at my job. He has a podcast and they do video conferencing. Now the way they have it set up, that's not what's gonna happen, because they got like basically a switchboard dude basically working it all. But there's this program called the vMix. They got a 60-day trial where you can try it out. I'll send you the link, but it's so dynamic. You can have people calling in from Skype, Hangouts, all in the same board where you would control it, and it makes it so that you kind of maintain the audio from everybody's stream, the audio and the video, without having situations where, because that's probably his situation where maybe his internet signal isn't strong enough for all these people that are on here, streaming all on the same program. But he showed me, the engineer showed me today what he could do, and it was flawless. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was, if you got
how much is it after the 30-day trial or 60-day trial?
I don't know how much it is. I think they have different tiers. I didn't really look it up yet. But a 60-day trial, you know, you can kind of do a couple of tests.
Right.
And then, you know, if you really mess with it, because you can still upload to YouTube and wherever else like you usually do. But it was legit, man. I was like, damn, Kill could use this. So I'll send you the link.
All right, bet. We're going to keep it rocking. So I'm going to go to Jay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you forgot about me, dude.
Yeah.
Jace,
Good point.
which one of your joints that you wasn't feeling, but you feeling now, man?
Yo, this is gonna shock a lot of people, and I'm sorry, yo. It was Big's first album, Ready to Die, and I have a reason behind this.
Okay, I'm all ears. Do tell.
Feel me. It was because of the initial single and the sample that was used in the initial single. I was not able to grasp anything because I didn't get past them trying to flip Juicy Fruit. I couldn't even get to the lyrical content initially because of the sample. I was like, yo, how you gonna flip this and initially, but then after that I started hearing other stuff and I was like, let me go back and revisit. And then when I actually got my hand on the album itself, because this was just a single we're talking about. When I got my hand on the album and heard everything, I was like, yo, this dude is sick. And Juicy actually grew on me. I was partying with it, but initially from the jump, I couldn't get with it. I ain't going front.
Yeah, that was for me too. I didn't like Juicy. I think the thing for me and Big was I had heard so much shit before Juicy. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, from Party and Bullshit and all the mixtape stuff and the Come On Motherfuckers with Sadat and all that stuff.
And another thing too is I didn't realize, and this is gonna sound stupid because I didn't see him, but I heard him. I couldn't put the two together because I remember Dolly My Baby when it was him, Mary, and Puffy. I was like, yo, that can't be the same dude. And he's like, yeah, that's him. I was like, oh, okay. And then the album, I was sold.
All right. That's what's up. Let me see if I can get JR back in here because he done fell off.
I didn't like Juicy when I first heard it either, but not really for the same.
I hate it,
but for the same reason of, you know, this is the dude that the best of Biggie mixtape I've been rocking, and you know what I'm saying, Dreams and Party and Bullshit, and I think when I started to pay attention to the lyrics to Juicy, I could relate to everything he was saying. You know, hanging pictures on my wall. We all did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of looked at it as, yo, this is like a rags to riches story. This ain't, you know, this ain't what Warning was. Because remember, Warning was the second single. And
right.
You know what that was.
Actually, Warning was the third single after Big Papa, right?
You know what, y'all? Let's do this. My bad. Let's start this shit over. Let me send out another invite to everybody because I ain't gonna feel like editing this shit. This already like 5 people done dropped off. I'm gonna send a new out in like 2 seconds. All right.
Okay.
All right.